Last year, 149 women killed by their partners. That's what the new gender equality minister was saying, Elisabeth Moreno, those figures. What do you make of this bill, and do you think it'll help bring that number down?
Thank you for having me. We don't think that the bill is enough. It's a good initiative, but we don't think it's enough by itself to bring those numbers down, because we have lots of raised questions about the funding and the budget. It's been a while that we are demanding a sufficient budget, because the justice is understaffed and underfunded, the police as well, and everybody is undertrained. A lot of women go to complain about being, for example, under threat, and they don't. The complaint is not treated well. It's not well received. So it's good to put some laws in practice, but we need the money, the budget, for structurally changing, training the police and the justice, and even the medical professionals, and also having more money for shelters, because and also facilitating and improving the complaint with the police, because the police is not well trained, and there's not enough police to treat all the complaints.
Now, recently, when France was in lockdown, domestic violence is thought to have gone up quite significantly, up 30%, according to some reports. What would you say the situation is like now? Has it improved since the end of lockdown?
We don't have enough time spent from the lockdown to have a precise idea, but again, nothing is been made structurally to help to change. We have very specific demands, especially about training, budget, and more staff, and nothing has been met. We have some laws. The new law is a good initiative, but it's not sufficient, and we don't think it will help bring the numbers down, unfortunately.
So when you talk of a lack of staff, a lack of funds, where is the resistance coming from, in your opinion? From the French government?
Yes, the French government is... They do a lot of marketing. They say, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to put some laws in place. So they are good in announcing laws, but they are not putting the budget necessary in all the different areas that is needed.
Well, in English, of course, there's an expression of putting your money where your mouth is. I suppose you're suggesting that the French government isn't doing that. And perhaps it doesn't help that recently there were a couple very controversial ministerial appointments. So France has a new interior minister, a new justice minister, one accused of rape, the other seen as being, he's been very critical of the Me Too movement. So do you think that, in fact, the French government, the French president, Emmanuel Macron, isn't as into, so to speak, feminist causes as he claims?
Exactly, and I think the last government proved that it's not just that it's not for a feminist cause, but the last government is sexist. When you put a man accused of rape, and he doesn't deny the sexual act, he just denies the definition of rape. And when you put a serious misogynist that have an anti-Me Too statement as a Ministry of Justice, and as I said, it's been decades that we are saying that the police is not well trained and funded for dealing with, for fighting violence against women, and the justice system as well. And when you put the head of both systems as people who are clearly not feminist, this poses a lot of problem. And I think, people internationally think that the French government and Macron are feminist, but the proofs, what we are seeing, prove that they are not.